Hello, everyone. It is that time. It is time for 30 Parks in 30 Days. My name is Mike Redmond alongside my co-host and my brother, Darren Redmond. And it is so glad to speak to you here. We're right in the middle of spring training. So how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, and I'm very excited. We're going to talk a little Baltimore Oriole action.
Yes, we are. And bam, background different. And so we're going to talk about the 2025 Baltimore Orioles. This is a team that could very well win the division. Yankees might have gone down a little bit. Boston might have went up just a little bit, but is it enough? Baltimore has lost two big pieces. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. So is that enough to warrant them winning that division? By the end of this 9-minute or so recording, we'll let you know where we think they will fall this year. So I'll go ahead and start, Darren, by asking you if you wouldn't mind sharing a word from our sponsor, Around the Ballpark Here podcast by, of course, Nashville Tax Solutions.
Mike Redmond, attention anybody in Palm Bay or Fort Pierce. Are you struggling with tax issues? Whether you're behind on filings, dealing with the lien, or just need expert guidance, Nashville Tax Solutions is here to help. Their team knows the in and outs of tax relief and is ready to fight for you. Don't take my word for it. Don't take Mike's word for it. Listen to what some of the clients have had to say. Chris Bennett and his team saved me from a financial nightmare. They're knowledgeable, clear, and compassionate. So don't let tax troubles keep you up at night. Call 855-627-4829. Visit NashvilleTaxSolutions.com or email info@NashvilleTaxSolutions.com today. Nashville Tax Solutions, because tax problems deserve real solutions.
Yes, it does. And I'm so excited to talk about the Baltimore Orioles. But thank you again, Christopher Bennett and team. We are 1 year into this podcast thing and this 30 Parks in 30 Days series. Hopefully you've watched along with us each and every day, but we're going to take you right up till opening day. And it really does. This podcast really does get to bring us together. And with that said, bam, look, we're closer to each other, just like that. But so Darren, let me go ahead and ask you this team for 2025. Are you, just before we kind of look at their pickups and whatnot, do you feel like they're going to improve or are they going to decline just a little bit?
I think they're going to improve, and there's a couple of reasons why. We could talk about additions, subtractions, but they left money on the table. Not just myself, but so many thought they would be the team going to the World Series. And they barely made the playoffs and got eliminated in 2 games.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is, sometimes we can look at the paper and go, man, like those are 2 big losses. And I'll go ahead and throw that here on the screen. We're talking about losses for the Orioles this offseason. Right there, you see Corbin Burns and Anthony Santander went to the Blue Jays. You never like to see someone go right within the division, but that's what happened there. And Corbin Burns, of course, had the 1-year deal with the Orioles. And remember, when the season started last year, the hopes were very high that they were going to go all the way, and they played excellent right out of the gate. And unfortunately, after that All-Star break, things kind of went downhill a little bit. They picked up a little bit towards the end of the season, but unfortunately could only score 1 run in those 2 playoff games, home playoff games, and unfortunately didn't go their way. But this Orioles fans, it's not a reason to abandon ship and think that we're going back to where it was a few years ago. This is a team that is still going to compete, I believe. So
agreed.
I'm going to head and throw this on there, Darren. So this is our projected rotation for the Baltimore Orioles this season, and still looks really good. Of course, there's no quote-unquote ace up there, but they have 3 guys in Zach Eflin, Grayson Rodriguez, and Charlie Morton. And I love seeing guys like Charlie Morton or even Max Scherzer, even though he might be a shell of what he once was. When you see those guys in the 3 and the 4 spot instead of at the top of the rotation, it's almost like whatever you get is a bonus, in my opinion. And these 5s, I just got to give a shout out here real quick to these the 5th starter once again. This is a team with 4 right-hand pitchers, and so Tomoyoko Saguna. Hopefully he can throw lefties. If not, maybe he has a buddy he can call or something. But what do you think about Zach Eflin as the anchor? Is he a 1 pit? Is he an ace, or is he more of a number 2 at this point of his career? Do you think?
he's going to have to be a number
Yeah.
one. He's certainly not an ace, but he's going to have to be for now. But again, they can score with anybody, so he doesn't have to throw filthy. He just needs to log innings and not get blown up. If he can hold the other team to 3 runs or less, he's going to win games. You mentioned Charlie Morton. I want to talk about him for a second. You know who Charlie Morton is? Especially at this time of his career. He stops you from getting that 7-game losing streak. He
Yes.
comes in, so you can lose 2 in a row. So many teams, right, have that starter, right? That he's the key to the starting rotation. He's a drop dead starter. Let's go. But they lose, and then you lose. Then your number 2 starter loses, and now you need that third guy, and that's why I think that's critical. That's why, for example, in these short series, I don't always start, my best pitcher at 1. Sometimes you want to start at 2. Why? Because you want to save off elimination, or you want to, end it for the other team. So I think for the importance of Zach's just kind of a placeholder right now to do the job. I think a guy like Charlie Morton, at 3, that's what I look at. What's my depth? It's got some nice depth there.
Yeah, you do. And, one of the teams in their division, the Tampa Bay Rays, you think about that you guys, they had Charlie Morton, they had Blake Snell, they had Zach Eflin on their roster, but they can't hold on to these people financially and whatnot, but somehow they continue to develop pitching. So it'll be a key here if the starters can stay healthy, if they can get something out of that 4th and 5th starter. I think they should still be just fine. This is a team that is going to still be competitive in that division, absolutely. I believe right near the top there. So let's look ahead at some of their key pickups that they had. And we talked about Charlie Morton already, but the biggest name on there is Tyler O'Neill, of course. This guy is probably out at the gym right now working out more. So he is the guy that's going to be penciled in there right in the middle of their lineup. And here is that projected lineup. And they got Tyler O'Neill right there in the 5 spot. I'm surprised a little bit that Mountcastle is as low there. So talk about a 7-8 there. If Jackson Holiday can turn things around, that is a really good 7-8 punch right there.
This team is stacked offensively. They are stacked.
Yeah, like you look and you're like, they lost Santander, but I mean, like, there's not much here to pitch around here in this lineup. So this is a team that I believe Darren is going to be up there. So I'll go ahead and say it now. The Baltimore Orioles, this is probably going to be – this is a stacked division, and I already went on record saying I still think that the Yankees are going to win this division. So I may be wrong saying this. I do have Baltimore finishing 3rd, which is difficult for me to say because this team looks like on paper it should be a higher finish. So go ahead, Baltimore, prove me wrong. I do believe that Baltimore will make the playoffs even with that 3rd seed in the division. I believe they can be just as scary. And this may be, folks, I know it sounds a little wonky, but this could be a case where 3-seed Orioles knocks out the 1-seed Yankees. And so that's my thoughts. I do give them the thumbs up as a playoff team, my seal of approval. And I feel like they could be good enough to beat the Yankees. But right now, 3rd place in the division. Your thoughts?
I embrace everything that you brought up there. I mean, if you go back to acquisitions, notable acquisitions, right? If you want to put that back up real quick.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Tyler O'Neill, 3 years, right? But this is interesting. Everybody else just a 1-year deal. Mm-hmm. So, you got to play for your pay, so what are the long-term goals, right? The Orioles are looking to win now.
Yeah.
And I think that I agree with you. The Yankees I have finishing 1st, but they are paper thin. And, Stanton's already hurt. They have no depth. And I think the Orioles are a deeper team. And if the Yankees, just get a little bump in the road, a little couple injuries, it's the Orioles division to take. Orioles should have taken the division last year. Mm-hmm. Yankees, I'm giving to them because they went to the World Series and their starting 9 is pretty strong, but they have no depth. So it's going to be very interesting. And
Very
and the Red Sox get better. It's going to be a heck of a division.
Yep. So yeah, it's gonna be heck of a division. So you've got it seems like Baltimore finishing second. I've got them third. So very, very close. Like I said, anything could happen in that division. And with them not playing each other 19 times and only 12, 13, literally anything could happen in that division. So we shall see. So, but thank you guys for watching alongside of us. Orioles are a very exciting team and a team that not only can finish third and make the World Series. So this is a team that could still win it all in 2025. So shout out to Baltimore fans. Thank you guys for watching our 30 Parks in 30 Days. We got a lot more exciting episodes to come. And until next time, we'll see you around the ballpark.